What's going on, reefer? So just want to make a quick update here. I am back in the hobby after being some years out of the hobby. I did pick up this Red Sea Reefer 250. I bought it used. A couple of things that came along with it was well, most of the rock that you see here, as well as they're hiding right now, but there's one of them. These clownfish here. The GSP came with it as well, and these mushrooms, these orange mushrooms or red mushrooms you see here, and those green ones back there. With the exception of that, I mean, just rocking those couple pieces I told you about. Everything else here is new. I did have a big crash roughly about 2 months after establishing the tank. I'm not exactly sure what happened exactly, but it took everything out. I have an idea. It was a pump that I had running in my sump, and it was an air pump. I was putting some additional air in there because I was running, I forgot what the name of it is, an egg treatment for some of the fish I noticed started getting egg. So I started dosing the treatment, Prazipro, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I don't remember the exact name. I could be wrong. I have to go back and look exactly what it was. But I started dosing that, and it said it recommended some additional air, like an air stone, so that's what I was running. The pump itself fell into my sump, which heated up my tank to about 85 degrees. With the air pump still running, it was in my sump, so it got extremely hot. When I took out that air pump, it was just, that's how I noticed that my water was so hot. Since then, I did make sure I made some changes so that things like that wouldn't happen again. But that's what I think would cause the disaster that happened following. I lost all the coral that I had in here prior to that, all my fish that I had, with the exception of those clownfish that I told you, but it was pretty horrible. Finally, things are looking back up now. I'm able to keep some acros in there now. This one up here, I'm not sure of the name of it is. Picked it up on LFS. It's growing and it's colored up nicely. I wish I had a filter to show you guys a better image of that, but I ordered some filters so that way you could filter out some of the blue light here, as well as this acro. With this little one here in the middle and that one there, they're all one, the same one. It just broke, as you can see, that one there in the middle. I was moving a couple of things around and it broke it, so I just put the broken piece up there. But those were my test subjects. They did very well. They're growing, they're encrusting, so I made the jump and purchased some additional ones here. As far as what's in my sump, nothing too fancy in here, just your protein skimmer, Bubba Magiscare 5. I do run a UV now, just with the issue I had with my ick. So I just want to make sure it doesn't come back, or if it does, it's just managed now. No signs of ick now in any of my fish. And of course, it also helps deal with if you have problematic algae, which I used to have a lot. Looks like it's coming down, so that's definitely working. I do run filter socks. As you can see, these I just switched those yesterday. I just gotta take them out. But I do run filter socks. As you can see, just one day, I think the difference is making. Very little bit of water comes over here, but most of it goes down to that one. As you can see, the comparison between the two, one's a lot dirtier. I do have some media down here in my sump. As far as I do have a Jabal dosing pump. Right now it's dosing Acro Power and some Kalkwasser. I do have an automatic top off here. It's a 5-gallon tank, which usually 5 gallons. I go through it roughly about every 4 or 5 days, a gallon a day. It's a Red Sea Reefer 250, so it's about 50-60 gallons, I believe. So that's what I'm running right now in my sump. I live in Las Vegas, so it gets extremely hot in here. As well as just the issue that I had before with the tank getting so warm. Oh, actually, let me show you guys. I started running a couple things here. just to make sure it alerts me in case that ever does happen again. Last thing I need right now is another crash and wipe my whole tank out. So first things first, I do run a Inkbird monitor. I have it set up at 77.8, which that runs my heaters, turns them off when it gets to a certain temperature. So that's a big thing here, just because of the issues that I had prior. Another thing as well, I did get a chiller. It's a V4 chiller. So this definitely helps. That's set at 78 degrees. That way I make sure it never increases above that. But yeah, as far as lighting, I do run 2 XR15 Radions for my lights. I'm thinking about adding the third one. I'm not too sure yet. We'll see. I don't run them too high. I run them about 70%. But I do want another one just so I could get more spread in here. There's a couple dead spots. Not dead spots, but shaded parts in here. I'm debating it. I'm not too sure. I did order a couple things this weekend throughout Black Friday. Excited to show you guys what I ordered. This isn't my forever tank. I will be upgrading maybe in about a year. Something larger, not sure exactly what yet, but excited to see how this turns out. I'll keep you guys posted with everything else, and I'll be making another video in about roughly a week once I get my shipment in and show you guys the goodies that I just ordered. All right, thanks everyone.